It's Rob here. I'm getting asked a ton of questions of how we are farming the amulets, especially for the paladin. But this really works on any class, and you can target farm a bunch of amulets here, specifically with passives for you to brick with the Sanctification. You see, we farm many bricks here: life percent, lucky hit, item quality, movement speed on the amulet, and a bunch more amulets that I just farmed here in the past like half hour or so with my group here to brick later. And there is a very sophisticated strategy here using the Undercity to get all these amulets for you to brick with Sanctification. What we want to do here, we are using a Tribute of Radiance. This one basically allows you to target farm Ancestral Legendary. And guess what, guys? These amulets we want to brick are Ancestral Legendaries. You can get up to 4 passives on the amulet, which is giving you like more than a tier in damage in the pit. It's really crazy, and you can even get a Starter Sky on the amulet and all this crazy stuff. I've got an Edge Master here, which is kind of nice for the Oradin, but we have also gotten, like, I don't know, for every good amulet, you also get about 20 bricks, so you need to farm a lot of amulets. So what we're doing, we're using the Tribute of Radiance in the Undercity, and you want to bargain passive ranks. It costs you 50 million gold, but it's well worth it to get these amulets. Gold this season is pretty easy to farm, especially with the different divine gifts. If you want to be blasting the pits here and you're using the Essence of Shadow in the pits, you get up to like 3 billion gold every hour, and every pit run going to give you 50 million gold easy. So gold is not a problem this season. And what we are doing in the Undercity as well, we're using the Essence of Anguish here. Obviously, you want to have this maxed. You max this in the Undercity itself, so you just want to farm a bunch of Endarials. And this is basically what we're using here, the movement speed one, because that one also gives us a ton of obols to then gamble even more amulets. Or in my case, I'm looking for Dawnfire and I'm looking for, like, you know, attack speed gloves. I'm gambling gloves, but you can on top of this gamble the amulets. However, with the obol gambling, you're not guaranteed to get the passives. But if I open this Tribute of Radiance, I'm guaranteed to only get amulet rank passives. Like every amulet, you can see I just farmed all these, will have at least 1 rank, and then there's a chance that it has 2, 3, or even up to 4 ranks. I've had a couple here that I bricked, unfortunately, but they had 4 ranks. You see, this one here is a proper brick, like a bunch of passives. Here, another one that I bricked, and you're just gonna brick a lot of them, but you have a lot of odds here using this. So the Tribute of Radiance plus the bargain, I'll show you some runs here. You can also use the Tribute of Ascendance. You're gonna get a lot of this. Just doing the world boss, the normal world boss farming strategy with a rank 5 divine gift. You basically just need to make sure you have the divine gift on rank 5 for the pit to get gold. You need to have the the divine gift on rank 5 for the world bosses to get a bunch of the tribute keys. And you're gonna have the Endarial one at rank 5 as well to then juice a ton of Undercity. And this is kind of like the farming meta strategy here that we're using. And this basically gives you all the stuff that you need. So you can use this for mythics. This has a 25% chance of dropping a mythic. If you're doing it in a group, you have infinite keys anyways, because if one guy, if you bring 10 keys and everybody else brings 10 keys, you're already doing 40 runs. And the gold is no problem as well. So you're putting in the Radiance Tribute though, because we want to farm amulets. With the amulet ranks, you go in. And the beautiful thing is, you also get a ton of obols here. So I'm starting the run here in a party. Like, I'm playing my Oradin. I have the build planner linked below here. This is just a chill AFK farm setup with Dawnfire. So as I go in here, we basically just completely chill, and we can like traverse the walls here, and we basically just aura farm, right? Like, so if anything is on our screen, it's just gonna die automatically because we just have this aura. Look, see, everything just melts. You can just stand in here for a second, everything dead, and then you go for the next one. And the cool thing is, guys, you really only want to rush. There's also some nice tricks in here. You can teleport to your party members, and you want to see every time you are jumping 1 level here, and I'm going to select here for a second and show this to you. So if I'm just standing here, you see right now I have 1,000 obols. Every run will give you about 1,000 obols. You see there's a bunch of obols that just dropped. 250 every time, and you have 4 ranks, right? So you're starting with 0 obols, or you're starting with 1,000 like me, and every rank, you see here, boom, if you choose this power, see now I have 1.4. I already got 400 obols. It's around 1,000 obols literally every run. There's like a bit of RNG, but on average it's 1,000 obols. So you do 2 runs and then you can already gamble here. So we get this again. Boom, now we're already at 1.9k, almost at 2k. See, we got about 1,000 obols. And then you see if the party members are there and you've been slacking a bit, you can just simply right click, teleport to the party member. Especially if you have a bit of a slower build, if you're like playing a slow class, like I don't know, you're playing Necromancer or so, it's very easy. You see here, this is the next level. You can even traverse this. It doesn't work if you don't have Falling Star, but if you had Falling Star, you can even traverse this one here. But you can see Yo is already there, so I can just teleport over here, get to Yo, because we already have the 4 ranks, and just make sure we rush through, because everything just dies with the aura. And then as you kill the boss, you will get a ton of ancestral items, and if those ancestral items are amulets, they are guaranteed, 100% guaranteed to have passive ranks. I hope we can log in on the streamer server, so we just like melt this guy here, and there's even a couple goblins here, and then you'll just notice like there's a ton of GA stuff as well, a ton of non-GA stuff, and you see we already got 2 GA amulets. And then, really important, you want to leave dungeon. I have this on my hotkey, so I just press H to leave dungeon. We do not need to go to the town. And I'm just going to like overcap my obols here, but it's fine. You could gamble every 2 runs you want to gamble, but since we just started, I'm just going to show you one more. So we just put this one in again. Boom, like instantly put it in, and then basically be ready to blast again. And you can even chill in town here and wait a second. And we're going to look at these amulets. You see every of these amulets is going to have at least 1 passive. So unlucky, unlucky. We also checked the non-ancestral ones. Unlucky, unlucky. So we didn't get any good ones, but you certainly can, right? And then with these bunch of obols that we just gained, we can just gamble another amulet. So you can teleport to Saragar, that's what I usually do. And then you can teleport back to your party members. Like you can just kind of like, you know, 1 guy runs and then 3 people quickly gamble to town, or like 2 guys run, 2 people gamble. Doesn't really matter how you do it. It's just important that you wait before you kill the boss for all the party members to be in. I have some pretty crazy loading screens here as I'm recording this. I might need to restart my game. Sometimes the game is like literally bricked. But this is the planner here. And this can be like a nice way to just get whatever you need, right? So for example, you could gamble amulets, but I'm gambling gloves because I'm looking for some nice attack speed gloves here, or some Dawnfires. So this is also like a very nice farming strat here. Obviously, you don't have to have this amulets in your inventory. I just don't have stash space. So I'm using just my normal space. And then you can even teleport in the middle to the Undercity here. Just teleport to the party member. And you're going to be right at the end here already. So this is just how we gambled. We didn't get anything, unfortunately. So here we're there. We already have another extra rank that we're still going to get like at least 200 obols, right? So you want to go to the exit here. And then we like play the last floor normally. We have a Spiritborn here, so that one also goes pretty fast. It's the Evade Spiritborn. You see here, boom, obols. Make sure to pick those in the back. It's very nice because they always give you a star. I'll show you in the next run. They always drop a star, so you know when the obols drop, because they also drop Forgotten Souls. So you're not only getting obols, you're also getting Forgotten Souls. So here we just rush. You see, we can just ignore all the objectives because we're already like full on the rewards here. And then hopefully we're going to unlock the streamer server now and find a useful amulet. I think about like every 3 or 4 runs, you at least get an amulet that has double passives. And yeah, some of them, like for example, this one here is kind of okay. And these ones here are kind of okay. And I mean, you're just going to like use the Sanctification and brick them all. So eventually you're going to get it if you just brick enough amulets. Like I would say you need like, I don't know, 50 to 100 amulets to get a really good one at some point from Sanctification. And you see here, we get a bunch more, basically. Boom, there's 2 more amulets. We can check the ranks, Iron Sharps Iron, Righteousness. Good passives, but kind of unlucky on the rolls. And we can just go again here very easily. So just open the bargain again. You just click here, click the bargain in, boom, always passive ranks. And you see, like, even if the gold goes down a bit, it's not really a problem. And then you don't need to go anywhere. You can basically just look at all your gear. And then you can just like throw it all off because it's pretty bad. And I'm going to be very happy once we get finally a loot filter here. That's going to be very, very helpful. Once we can filter the loot. Again, here you can see I was like a bit late, so we can already like teleport on our party member. And this is like very much suggested, especially if you have a bit of a slower character. And then we just like usually split up. Like I'm going to go top here, do this objective. And all I have to do is just stand there. I click the thing. Okay, my party member comes, but usually my aura just kills everything anyways, right? So that's going to be a very chill build. I'm going to link that aura in planner below. There's a hybrid version, but there's also a full aura version. So right now I'm playing the full aura version here with Dawnfire. No need for any judgments. I want to show you real quick here what happens when we get the legendaries in the back. So now we're going to complete a rank. You see, you're going to complete a rank. So I know I'm going to drop obols. But let's say I missed it completely. You can kind of see here in the back, there's going to be a star on those obols. Let me try to show this to you again. Wasn't really like all too clear. I'm just moving basically, like, so I don't pick the obols. And I already get the ranks. Boom. So you can see there's like a star because there's a Forgotten Soul also dropping. And this helps you a lot. You see, boom, we just got another 1,000 obols here in this run, and then we can teleport to our party member again, just in case you're like in a dead end or something. They really changed this that you can teleport to the party member. And this just helps you a lot, like go like this. Then here you can see again, we just need to rush because we're already done with everything. So we just rush to the end. We just rush. It's still going to take quite some Undercities, but you can at least get a couple of amulets every hour that then you can use to brick them. And you always want to roll the passive, you want to put in guard temper. Just keep in mind, if you're doing the non-ancestral amulets, that they cannot be greater affix on the end guard. Like you cannot get a greater affix of +4 and guard temper on a non-ancestral amulet. That's basically how it works. So you can see here, boom, we kill Enderal again, and then sometimes you want to pet the kitty, and if you pet the kitty, hopefully we get the GG amulet. See, pet the kitty, kitty is on the floor as it drops, and there, boom, 3GA. Hopefully it's an amulet. It is. Oh, that one was so close. Okay, you see, it almost worked. Yeah, and that, my friends, is how we farm amulets. Like, obviously, it's still RNG, but you see, like, this one is almost doable. If it had one more passive, it would be giga good. So there's another. If this righteousness was on this amulet, that would be pretty crazy. But yeah, you can just kind of see, like, how many of these we're getting. And you have an infinite amount of tributes here if you farm the world boss with the juicing mechanics from the Essence of Sin. And then we use the Essence of Anguish here for crazy obols, for crazy gamba, and just to get a ton of amulets. I hope this helps you guys. Good luck. And don't do it like me. You don't want life percent. You don't want lucky hit chance on these giga amulets. And you certainly don't want quality, because the quality doesn't do anything. So yeah, movement speed's also bad, by the way. So we have bricked a couple, but we already got a decent one here. Not for Judgment, but in general here, Edge Master is pretty nice. I like Inner Calm, or man, I mean, the Dream is Starless guy, right? So yeah, good luck out there. I'm gonna have a lot of amulets to brick. We're probably gonna make some more videos about all the crazy bricking we do. Don't forget to pet the kitty. Good luck out there, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon on the next video. Like and subscribe. Let's go.